Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing? It's almost time for the end of the jam. Boom. We're mixing it up. Woohoo! How is everybody doing? Kaleva, hello. Paul, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you all. Is this thing making noise? No, it's not. Okay. Mix it up, baby! Just under an hour to go in the game jam. I've still a couple of little things I want to do here on my game. There's still a load of things that I wish I had got done in time for the game. But hey, that's part of doing a game jam, right? Over-scoping and then having to scope down a bit. Dennis, hello. You're working on your itch page now. That's what I'm about to do here too as well. I wanted to go live for this bit as well. I want to go live for the end of the jam to see how everyone's doing. You submitted your game, Kaleva? Excellent. To see how everyone's doing and how the submitting thing is all going. Let's see, how many games have we got at the moment? We got 40 games. It's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to playing all these games. Blacko! Submitted a 2 in the morning. You patched it. Sweet. Yeah, that's okay to do. Like, it's okay to patch it, obviously, until the submission time ends. So I've got... I want to do the submitting of the game myself here. I've set up my project. I've uploaded my file so that I can do it. I want to emphasize doing this now because it's not quite 7 o'clock, but there is time right now to do this in your projects, and I recommend doing it now so you don't have to be all worried about writing the page in an hour's time. I am going to add some time on, so it's officially ending at 7 o'clock, which is 51 minutes. I'm going to add some time on for people to submit their projects, because every time I do a game jam for half an hour to an hour after the jam ends, people are saying, oh no, I didn't get my thing submitted in time, how do I get it in? And then I manually have to go and add some projects in. So we're not doing that, so we're going to add an extra bit of time on and at the end. But I'm going to submit my project first of all. I've got it here. I want to make this public, like so. That's public. I haven't set up a cover image or anything like that, but I'll do that in a little while. Setting up your cover images and stuff like that, it's perfectly fine to do that after the jam has ended. You can play around with your game page, that's all fine. You just don't really want to be uploading new files. If you have like game-breaking bugs in your project though, it's okay to upload a patch that like fixes the game-breaking bug. Generally speaking, you're not going to like do any big changes to your game. But yeah, so now I'm going to submit my project. I probably need to refresh this page to do that. Step Studios, hello, Mr. Davey. Build issues are super annoying. I'm looking forward to seeing what you made, Paul. You saw the videos and you make some of the games based on it. Sweet. Unlimited Beasts is the name of my game, by the way. What was the most challenging part of making your entry? Working on the weapon/equipment system. That wasn't really the challenging part. The challenging part was the fact that I didn't get it done. Most fun part was getting distracted by playtesting the game. What else was the most challenging part? I don't think there's anything too crazy challenging. It was just the process of going through everything. Yeah, working on the weapon/equipment system, i.e. not getting it done in time. Woohoo! Anything else to add? No, not really. Just I hope everyone had fun in the jam. Not I hope everyone. I hope everyone. You worked on the itch page on and off during the jam. See, that's a sensible man, Kaleva. That's sensible things to do. Not like me. So let's submit that. Boom. I'm not going to see all submissions. So I am going to whoop this over here. And I want to check one thing. Okay, so I'm going to add on. How much time do you think I should add on? In my head, an hour. Just to allow people to submit a bit late. That's usually what I think is good. Learned a lot from looting their hard mode. What's looting their hard mode? Get it done in like 12 hours? Or 3 hours? Oh yeah, I don't have a WebGL build at the moment. I probably will add that like tomorrow or something. I'm assuming that's going to cause some issues. But again, that's okay because it's not going to be a different version of the game. It's going to be the same version of the game. And also, I'm the person running the jam, so I can do what I want. Francisco, hello. Akumi, how are you doing? Yeah, so I'll do cover image and stuff like that later. I'm really looking forward to playing some of these games. Or I'm looking forward to playing all of the games, but I'm really looking forward to playing some of the ones that I've seen already. You made your co-op game, it's hilarious. Excellent, I cannot wait to play that, Akumi. That's going to be so fun. I'm really looking forward to that. Let's do a little playthrough of our game, or of what's in it. Oh, let me stop this music over here. Get out of here, music. Get out of here. Unlimited beasts. We do have actual music in the game now, too. Might be a bit quiet for you guys. There we go. I learned how to make music. So all the 3D models that I used in this game, pretty much, are from Quaternius, so I need to actually make note of that on the page. And the music stuff is all like from assets on the Unity store. So I didn't make that stuff myself or anything. Here we go. Unlimited beasts. I can begin. Ooh. So the aim of the game is just run around and survive for as long as possible. Got this little fireball floating around you. So there's 2 weapons in the game. I didn't get around to doing the whole system correctly, so the weapons will just be randomly given to you at the start of the game. You either get this little fireball doodle, or you get a little sword doodle. I kind of want to just finish off the idea that I had for this, which is to like have a weapon creation, a weapon like swapping system and upgrading. I'm probably going to do that myself just to finish this off correctly. But otherwise, this is most of the game. So yeah, you collect little orbs, you get your levels up, try and survive as long as possible. The guys do get harder as you go a bit further into the game. At the moment, this little fireball can kill them all in one hit. But as we go a bit further in, I'm going to start just taking damage off them and not actually killing them. I just noticed that this says magic. That should say magic. I should probably do something about that one. Tell me if you see any other bugs. Bop, bop, bop. Come on. Oh look, see now they're starting to just take some damage and not necessarily get destroyed. Oof. There is an infinite world as well. There's like a tiling system to make the world repeat itself. It gets randomly generated as we go. Any little skeleton friends. Do I not have the skeletons in the spawner. I'm just realizing I made a little skeleton sprite, but I haven't actually seen it anywhere. So I'm kind of worried that I haven't actually put it in properly. Whoa, get these guys. Whoa. Whoa. Coming close to get me now. What's this? Level up. Woohoo! The one thing that took a good bit of time was retexturing all the models, because they had this kind of grainy texture to them that I really didn't like. So I had to like redraw them all and color them in with more flat colors to suit the kind of cartoony style. Oh, starting to get more enemies now. So the enemy spawn rate gets higher as the game goes as well. So I think they're spawning probably about twice as fast now as they were at the start of the game. See, without the upgrade system, you kind of just end up running around like this, and the running around is kind of satisfying, especially when you can manage to get a whole bunch of them. There we go. But without the upgrade system, it's not quite the game that I wanted it to be. You know what I mean? Well, let me use my controller. Oh, that's so much easier. You can, of course, do a little dodge roll that uses up your stamina. So the little ball appearing uses up some magic stamina, and obviously, the upgrade system originally was meant to use more magic over time and stuff like that, and you'd make them appear quicker, so your magic would be getting used up more and things like that. But again, systems within systems. But I'm pretty happy with what is in here. You know, it's fun to run around doing all this stuff. Let's just go to the main menu and let's see if we can get this sword out. Oh, there's the skull. Okay, the skull guy is in here. So the sword at the moment is just this little box. So the sword is kind of more is interesting because it's a different kind of style, because you have to be close to the guys and it attacks at the nearest one, but it only does damage while it's growing. Cookie, what Unity version should be using? Generally speaking, the recommendation is to use the latest long-term support version. So the current latest version that you should be using is 2020.3. But I generally use the most recent full release version. I'm using like the 2021.2.12 or something like that. Ugh, look at all that! I got loads of them. Give me all your experience. Rum rum rum, rum 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 rum. Tasty. Using all my stamina up. So the thing about the sword is the sword uses your stamina as well. So although your stamina does recharge quicker than the sword uses up, if you start rolling as well, you run out of roll, then you can't do any sword either. Again, that was part of the balance of it, but you just don't quite get into that balance correctly and fully. Let's go over here. I want to update my details here. Creature and player models by Eternius. Let's see a link to his site. Boom, 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 boom. Music and sound effects. Purchased from Asset Store at some point. All I know is I have the license to use them. Some C# scripts don't work anymore from older tutorials. It's because I'm on the wrong version. Most stuff should work still, but I don't know. It's very situational what doesn't work, so it's hard to know. You got place 818 on GamesPlusJam. Oh, nice one, Kasim. That's sweet. I was thinking about GamesPlusJam this time around, but I just didn't have time to do it as well. Too many jams. Not enough time. I say too many jams. It's not. I haven't done a jam since October or whatever the last Ludin there was. I guess take out the too many jams, just stick with the not enough time. Yeah, so we were going to update the time on the thing. So let's go. I'm going to go with adding an extra hour on, just to give everybody time to submit their project. Save. So we've got 1 hour and 38 minutes. This. Pop a little announcement in there as well. Everyone. To allow. To, I'm just writing. I can write this on the stream. I've added an extra hour to allow people to. What word am I looking for? Allow people to submit their games in case there is any issues. This doesn't mean spend an extra hour working on your game, though. Okay, everybody? I'm trusting you all here. Boom. And if you're not on our Discord is the place to be. It's the place everybody. And you can join us on Discord at bit.ly/gpjdiscord, as I just put in chat. Please tell me that goes to the right place. Yes, it does. Cool. Okay. So what I want to do before the jam ends is I want to give that little sword an actual model. Thinking about expanding your game already? Some people asked to put it on Steam. That's awesome, Akumi. I would love to see that. I haven't even played the game yet, but if you end up coming up with a game that leads to you want to expand it and make it more full release, that is always a good thing, I think. I think there's two ways to approach it as well. Let's put some music back on. There's two ways to approach it as well. Or two things I recommend. If you think you can get a more expanded version done in a week, power through and do that. If you think it's going to take much more time, don't touch the game for a week. Like, take a break from it, because there's often a lot of, like, you get to the end of a jam and you really enjoy the game and you think, oh, I really enjoyed that, I could just work on this for ages. It's kind of this weird jam feeling that you get. But it's better to even just give it a few days away from it to kind of get a better head of, like, do I actually want to go back and work on this game? You know what I mean? If mixed feelings about if it's Steam worthy, that's fair enough. But what's Steam worthy? I mean, I have no opinion of whether your game is good or bad, but there is a lot of bad stuff on Steam already. So even if your game didn't end up being great, who cares, you know? Few little things left to finish up. Sweet, JT. Are you a full-time game developer? Well, I'm a full-time tutor / game developer. This is what I do. Yes, making a sword. That's what I was going to do. Let's open Blender and do a quick sword. Not too complicated. Let's see. Delete all these things. Zoom in. Probably shouldn't have deleted the cube, but anyway. Add a mesh cube. Let's shrink this down. No, let's go into edit mode. Shrink this down. This is not going to be a complicated sword. Let's chop this like so. And we're going to go, nope. Pop this guy and this, nope. I don't use Blender a lot, so sometimes I forget the shortcuts. SX, and then we can go up the top here. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Let's go this.
Let's bring that beat back.
Then no, let's undo that. Let's do there we go. Shrink it down. That's what I meant to do. Boom. Then we can go whoop. Be the handle. Then we can go this bit out bigger. Like this, and then we go shrink it down like so, and then shrink it down like that. And more specifically, let's grab these bits and shrink them down. So SX, that. Then we'll grab these faces again. I'm gonna extrude these up really far. So boom, loop. Look at my big sword. Big massive blade on it. And then we're going to extrude it up again. So am I doing E? Probably do about here. I'm not trying to be too accurate with this, it doesn't really matter. And then S0. Now it's got a pointy bit. Wow. Look at my super speedy sword. Let's go ahead and I'm going to grab this and this. I'm going to, nope, that's wrong. I'm going to spread them out a little bit. Boom! And I'm also going to move them down a bit. So easy, boom. So perfect. Amazing what you can do in just a minute or two, isn't it? Let's merge those points and then let's go here. These faces. I probably should have just done half of this and mirrored it, but whatever. Let's ES those down. No. Do then E Y boop. Shift Y. So and then ES Shift Y dash Y. So there we go. Boom, a sword. Amazing. You want a tutorial on Blender? I don't think I'm quite good enough at Blender to like do a full tutorial on it, honestly. Let's get a couple of materials in here though. So come on, Blender. This one will be the blade. This one will be the grip. And this one will be hilt. So the hilt, let's just, for easiness sake, to make it stand out, yellow. Grip, we'll make it brown. Okay, then we just need to assign these to some faces. Boop, boop. You guys should be the grip. And select all these. Move these. Make this be the belt. There we go. Look at our magical sword. This last stream of this challenge, yes, the jam is ending in half an hour now. Ooh. So this is not experience, this is a sword. Models, then let's go to weapons manager here. Get this sword, put this sword in here. Go away with your 2D. I need to put this as a child of the cube. I'll put as a child of the cube in a moment when I can stop playing silly gooses with the feel of it. I want the damage point to be right at the end there, like so. Will do. Then I'll hide the cube, and now we just have a sword. So let's test this out. Let's see if it looks okay. And that's the fireball. Let's maximize so we can see. Okay, it's not shooting out because I don't have the right setting up here. 0, 0. Hubert, hello. Ocular Malice, thank you for the follow. Ocular Malice. Here we go. Look at my sword is popping out. Now I need to make it nice and cartoony. Some cell shady goodness. I'm gonna select my sword again. And to materials, extract materials. Folder called sword. Make it easy on myself. Materials folder. Oh, put that in the weapons folder, I guess would probably make sense too. And then all of these are going to become a cell shading toon one. Okay, those colors. No, I'm not happy with the blade color. Blade should be silvery. Otherwise, they're fine. Then I need to duplicate this sword. This one, I'm going to have my outline material. So let's see if this works. Nope, you're not the right person. Also, you randomly get a different character every time you play the game as well. There's a whole bunch of different characters. Where's my sword? Flop. That is a bit small. I suppose it'd be easier if I just saw it here. Oh, it's not smooth shaded. Oh yeah. I'm not too worried about it being. Yeah, let's just make it smooth shaded. Object. It's smooth. Save. Boom. Okay, Ramsey, you couldn't make this jam. You just finished up a 7-day roguelike. 7-day roguelike. How was that? That always seems like a cool jam. Every year I see that jam and I'm like, oh, that'd be a fun one to do, and I have never ever participated in it. But I really should, because it's a pretty cool one. Okay, so that outlines are. No, actually, I do kind of like that outline. Here. Why is it destroyed? Oh, it's destroyed because yes. Nope. Come on, sword boy. Bling. Oh, those outlines are too big. Okay, let's go back to our little fella. Outlines. Idiot. Outlines. There we go. Yep, I think that looks okay. Who's your first one? Will you put a link on Discord? Cool, I will check that out. Definitely. Ba-bum. Oop. Yeah. So it's not damaging because the sword only does damage when it's growing. And I didn't have it set to grow. Here we go. Bing. Blink. So one thing I am happy with this is the art style. I do like the kind of cartoony effect. It's something I'm kind of thinking about in general. Very simple, like shader stuff to do it. Oh, there we go. I got my roll back. Bing, bing. Can I get? See if I can get two guys at once. Oh, there we go. Gonna go get those gems. Oh, I'm so low on stamina. I need to let it recharge and stop rolling around for fanciness. Oh no, they're fading away. The gems do disappear if you don't collect them. Oh, I forgot to fix this magic. Let's fix the magic. But yeah, there we go. I think I'm pretty much done in terms of adding stuff. Then that was the last kind of thing I wanted to add in. I'll go check my list. Magic. It's just magic, James. Spell it properly. You know what? Let's try this out. So I haven't. Since I haven't got time to add in more weapons, why don't I just give every character can have both weapons? They have the sword and the fireball thing, and you can manage them. You can just manage them. I don't know if it'll make it too easy, but at the moment it's kind of a bit meh anyway. Not meh, but a bit lacking. Maybe just make it a bit more fun. Let's test it out and see what happens. They have a whole system set up for handling the weapons. Like the basic idea of how the weapons will work is there. It's just I ran out of time to add more weapons. Okay, let's see. I got my sword. Oh, I didn't assign a weapon to. No, I did. Oh, I just said sword and sword for both of them. There we go. So, got my sword. Got my... Where's my fireball? Where is my fireball? Where is... Weapon 2 should respawn over time, yeah. Weapon 2 counter. Spend magic. Magic cost. Oh, there we go. Weapon 2. Okay, let's try this again. Inmost. But why isn't the... Let's try swapping them around to see. That's working. Why isn't weapon 2 working? Submitted your game on the name Dried Apricot Game Dev. That was my original name. Oh, fair enough. I'll try and remember that. I love this, like, last minute. What is going on? Oh, here we go. If the weapon 1 counter is less than 0, so the number 2 was counting down both of them. This is why you need to be thorough when you're copying code and just rewriting it. Bing! Gotcha! You know what? This is actually more fun. Immediately. I've got 2 kind of weapon things and 2 options, so it kind of encourages me to play a bit more dangerously, a bit more lively. And yes, it makes this first section easier, but look, I'm already out of stamina. Oh, I need to manage my stamina better. So now, the mix, I think, of Dark Souls and Vampire Survivors is now officially working, since you can run out of stamina like that. I'm going to write a note on the screen here where we have the controls. Roll bracket costs stamina. Denitus.com. Running done with the WebGL and Windows build. Sweet! That's awesome. I think I'm pretty much done with the game now. Let's build it and play test it and see what happens. Oh, I don't even have the WebGL version installed in Unity. Oh no. I guess I won't be doing the WebGL version now. I guess I'll do it later tonight, maybe. Jam final. That's not 3, that's 4, James. Did you know that the number 4 comes after the number 3? You got it submitted this time, Paul. Sweet! Do you think we're kind of nice and relaxed with all this? Okay, that built. Let's test it out to make sure it works. I'm gonna use my controller. Bing. Oh, I need to not just do rolling around just for the fun of it. I'm using up my stamina when I do that. Let's see how long we can last, will we? Too many guys. Too many guys. Let's go back and get those gems. Oh, don't get me, guys. They got me. Okay, look at all these gems. No, they're disappearing. My sweet, sweet gems. You ready to submit, but burst compiler's making every build fail? Oh no. Holland, that sucks. I never really messed with the burst compiler. Not much. Come here to me. Give me my gems. Nom 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 nom. Tasty gems. So although technically the leveling up at the moment doesn't do anything visible to you. It does actually do something in the game. It makes everything harder every time you level up, basically. The enemies will spawn a bit faster and they will have more health every time you level up. Oh, look, I can get these gems. Oh, yes. Those tasty gems. There's something just kind of relaxing about running around and just grabbing things, avoiding enemies, and trying to, like, stay alive. Where did that guy come from? That enemy just, like, appeared out of the ground. I know I have a thing when they're nearly dead, they sink down into the ground. But there's no reason that they should come back up out of the ground. Oh, they're starting to get more powerful now. They're taking multiple hits to die. Get away from me. Oh, I'm running low on health. Oh. Oh. You could do better. So I wanted to have a system as well of when you die in the game, you can unlock something. So maybe you unlock your character can run a bit faster, or you have more health or whatever, a bit more starting health. The menu asset I made helped you? Sweet. I'm glad. Oh, come on, get these guys. Oh! No, get away. I want my gems. I'm up to level 5. I don't know if I've ever gotten past level 5. Oh, I died. I did not get past level 5. A shotgun jump tutorial. As in, like, you shoot, when you shoot down, it gives you extra oomph to knock up in the air. I mean, that's just knockback. But yeah, you die and it tells you how long you survived for. Let's try again. And you get a different character every time you try. Whee. Perfect, yes. Dented Reality reminds you of Vampire Survivor. Yes, that was definitely an inspiration. Just from watching other people play the game. For some reason it appeared... I know it's been out for ages, but for some reason I watched a couple of videos of it and watched someone streaming it there the other day, and I was like, I could have a go with that and see how it works. That was kind of part of the inspiration of it. Also mixing in some Dark Souls / Elden Ring bits with the stamina meter you got to keep an eye on. You've got a stamina and magic meter to keep an eye on too. But I'm not... We could do more with that stuff, I think. I do kind of want to do the extra systems first. So I don't know, I'll see if we get to it. But yeah, 10 minutes to go. I hope everyone's doing well. What are we up to now? 53 games submitted. Awesome. Let me check something here. Boop, boop, boop. Gems I posted. There we go. So 53. Last year we had 68, but a bit more people joined that as well. And the year before that, we had 55. We had 60 another time as well, but that was for a longer jam and a different time of year. It's funny how different times of year can have an effect on participation in jams. I feel like summer jams get a lot more people getting involved with them. I would do summer jams more, but as I did one time, but it just comes at a bad time for me. I'm usually working on stuff. Yeah, so let's throw together a cover image for this fella and then take some screenshots. What am I doing? What am I doing? Before I go to that, let's see. What did I not get done? So the weapon system, I didn't get in. I didn't get bosses in. I didn't get the one-shot item that I wanted to have. So I wanted to have an item that would just boom, explode, and kill everything on the screen, basically. But that didn't quite work out. But that's okay. I feel like if this was a 3-day game jam, I would have got all this stuff in. If this was Ludum Dare, for example, this is the exact. I probably would get all this stuff working, because I kind of got involved more so in filling out the content a bit more, which is not what I normally do. But I'm happy with that, because now there's a whole bunch of different characters that are randomly picked. There's a whole bunch of enemies that randomly get picked. We've got different. The environment has a bit of variety to it. There's things like blood splatters. I spent a bit more time on the like polished stuff and less on the systems, at the cost of obviously not having those systems in the game now. But hey, that's just part of doing it, right? Yep, this will be on YouTube. Itch page. Oh, I don't have Photoshop open. Size do we have to be for this? 630 by 500. It's an awkward size. I think this has been a pretty successful jam, though. It's been cool seeing the cool things people have been making. It was great to have you here, Most. The jam in general, I think, was great. Cool to see people working on cool things, people making awesome stuff, and most importantly, people being nice and friendly. It's been great to hang out with everybody again here. I haven't got to do these streams for a while. It was kind of fun to catch back up with people, you know? A sword. For 2 minutes, I'm pretty happy with how that sword turned out. Okay, create new. What was the dimensions? It was 630 by 500, right? 630 by 500. Create that. Then let me open up the cover. Title image. This fella up. Yeah. A copy V. Go down a bit. Here. Okay. 2. Don't stop us! We're little monsters. Add a new layer. Fill this bad boy in with this color. Boom. And add some text. Unlimited beasts. I'm not in any way happy with the name of this, by the way. But whatever. Names don't really mean a lot, especially in a game jam context. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba 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 ba. I hate picking fonts. Picking fonts is like just the bane of my existence. Aaron Brownlee, some last minute game dev speedrunning indeed. chucking in all those little bits at the end. You know what? This one will do. Do line spacing. Go away with your go away with your hints. Maybe I should have called it unlimited beasties. Well, we'll stick with unlimited beasts. Loop. Loop. Itch. Cover. Save it as a ping. Then we need to upload it. Simples. Sweetcoon, you submitted yours. Excellent. I did build that, didn't I? Yeah, I didn't zip it up yet though. I didn't upload it. Add to archive, zip. Unlimited. Wow, I cannot spell. Unlimited beasts. Jam. Just unlimited beasts, there we go. JT is a late submission. Yeah, that's why I extended it an hour to allow for late submissions. We'll wrap those things up and upload them. I'm going to upload this here, so the stream might get a bit glitchy, it might get a bit weird for a minute. So if that happens, that's what's going on. It's just because this is uploading. Let me just upload this fella. So if we start dropping frames, that's why. Well, let me pick up all those frames you were dropping. Okay, let's get some screenshots of the game in action. I want to make it so that we can get some action shots going, so I'm going to my enemy spawner. Where time between spawns. 0.1. Let's get some enemies in here. Blah. Blah. Print screen button. Ah, that's a lot of pigs. File new. In. I'm hypnotized. Seconds, we'll get somebody new in. You missed the detail, JT. That's all right. Yeah. Stop getting me. Okay, let's do something more fun with this one. Let's get our camera. Move. Diddly diddly dee. Boom. This is kind of a funny shot. Let's just grab this one. Print that screen. No, you're not the screenshot that I wanted. Okay, let's move it again. See if we get a slightly better one over here. Whoop, up that. Global zoop over to here. Ooh, hello. No, the first shot was better. Okay, we should have 3 screenshots out of these. I think I just took 3 images, didn't I? There we go. Okay, perfect. All I want is 3 screenshots, so let's crop these down then. Is this uploaded? Nope. This is why I add an extra hour on. I couldn't even get it submitted in time. Although I did have the project submitted, that's the most important part. If you upload a file a couple of minutes late, it doesn't really matter. Pop you there. Whoop, 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 whoop. You here. And then image size 1280 by 20. Linking them. Boom. Screenshots. Leave this as screenshot 1. This is screenshot 2. And then in classic video game style, here's a shot of the game that you can never actually get in gameplay. That's how you make a promo image, is show off some shots that players will never actually see in the game. Okay, so that's uploaded. Let's then upload these screenshots. Boom. You should be uploading. Now that the jam is officially over, at the end of the jam, let's see how many submissions we have. We have 58 submissions. That's awesome. On the community here. Time for final touches, according to Lincoln's game. I'm just going to finish uploading these images. Here we go. I'm going to save this. Let's take a look at the page here. Does this look? Screenshots over there. That's grand. Don't really care about. I'm not going to spend too much time making the page look fancy or anything. But I'm pretty happy. There we go. So that's the game all submitted, all done. How's everybody feeling now that the jam is over? I'm not going to dive into playing any of the games right now. Because I want to save that, because I want to actually spend time on the games themselves. I want to go through that process well, and I will be making a video looking at some of my favorite games from the jam. But I do want to, let's dive in and take a look at what's been submitted. I'm just looking at the cover images can get you somewhere. Red Hood, I've seen bits of that. Looks kind of interesting. Top-down hack and slash game. Gun game. A game for fun. Perspective. This is a cool looking one. Had different art styles for different levels. I saw that on the Discord. Fastball. Ooh, a ball kind of rolling game. That looks fun. Jemmy and the Hunt for the Coin. This was looking cool. That was Lacko. I was enjoying the updates again on Discord of that. Grapple Mania. A grapple game with a grappler. Senator Johnson's Smoothie Simulator. Nice. Is it Senator Johnson's or just like Sen? Is his name Sen? In most. Well, I'm glad you took part. It's fun. Game jams are just fun. They're always fun. They're a cool thing to get involved with. Siege Dungeon is a roguelike puzzle game where you design a dungeon while it's being attacked by pesky heroes. That sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to that. You need salad even. You manage a sweet mouse, a little mouse. Can you all see like these images and stuff? Well, I zoom in a bit there. That might better. Rock paper scissors of death. Basically, rock paper scissors. Except there is something I want to read the rest of that. Game page, please. Basically, rock paper scissors. Except there's a random amount of rounds based on Russian roulette. Nice. Cool. That weird zoo game. So this was a fun looking one on the Discord of mix and matching different animals together and seeing what they turn out as. That looked really cool. Color Bird. Flap your way through the color but don't mess it up. Ooh, is that like a Flappy Bird type thing? I don't know. The Power of Gambling. Fight against county as enemies for the high score. Look at this. Look at him running around avoiding enemies coming at him. Imagine making a game like that. And look, I can see in these images that there's like a whole upgrade system built in and everything like that. Wow. King of the Box. Oh, this was the tank game. This was looking fun. The shooting looked fun in this. It's a small toy tank fighting 3 waves of enemy tanks for control of the toy box. How much experience did you have before your first game jam? That's a good question. I don't know if these are up to date, or I don't know if the date on these things is correct. Let me go back to my game. So the first game jam I did was Ludum Dare 35, which is here. And according to this, it was 2017, but I don't think that's right. I think it was older than that. Ludum Dare 35. Let's see, when was that? Nope, not an itch. Oh, the old. It's so hard to get Ludum Dare info from old ones. That was April 2016. So that would have been pretty early for me. That would have been. Well, not that early, I suppose. I was properly using Unity for at least like a year and a half at that point. But I feel like game jams have become such a bigger thing since then. It was really only Ludum Dare was the big one at that point. But now there's loads of big ones like Brackies and Game Maker's Toolkit is another big massive one. I want to try all these things out. What else we got? Beard or Die made MXR. That looks cool. I don't even know what's going on there, but it looks awesome. Can It Run? Oh, this is a Kumi's game. Again, putting animals together in a co-op style. I'm very much looking forward to that. Cauldron Combustion. That sounds good. Potion Academy. Oh, are both of these games mixing up potions? Mixer. What's the biggest game jam? I think, I mean, you can check on Itch has what were the biggest jams. Top past jams. There we go. GMTK 21 and 22 or 2020. They're both the top ones. Over 5,000 submissions in both of those. I think Ludum Dare, the most submissions was like 3,000 a couple of years ago. So that's a lot. Brackies then are the next biggest. And Game Off is another. Lots of cool jams. Lots of cool jams out there. So GMTK, that normally happens in like, I want to say June or July. So keep your ears open for that. That'll be coming up in a couple of months. Mixer, that looks fun. Mixing up some smoothies. Dice puzzle adventure, that sounds interesting. Degrees, a game about finding the right temperature. Oh yeah, I saw a gif of this on Discord and it looked really cool. You're running around the house trying to get the temperature in each room to a certain level. That just looks like a fun idea. Shuffled World. Looks interesting. It'll be interesting to see what that is. Noseman Survival. So many cool games. This is I just love the variety. Game Maker's Toolkit, yeah. Yeah, Global Game Jam is kind of its own thing. It's a very different... I've never participated in Global Game Jam. It's very much like, it's not an online thing. Well, there is an online aspect to it, but it's very much like, the emphasis is on like going to a place and working with other people to make a game in the weekend. Which is really cool. Like, it's a cool idea. I just have never got involved. Not really many places to do it around me. Brighten up my day, that looks fun. Colorful adventure. Move your paint can with WASD. Okay, that just sounds interesting. Magic mix. Mix some magic together. Monster missions. Zombomb. Survival horror shooter puzzle. Oh, this was Carlos's game. Cool, I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out. Leo's adventure, a narrated puzzle. Dice at Boba? Boba is such a popular thing now, but I don't really know. I don't even know what it is. I've never had boba. Animal mix. Wow. Color guess. A rage game about guessing colors. Oh, I'm looking forward to getting annoyed by that. Switch up. Looks like some platformy goodness. Unlimited Beasts. Oh, what could this game be? Oh, have to check that one out. Swapsies. A 2v2 Super Smash Brothers inspired game. Potent Potions. See, I'm looking forward to seeing some potion making stuff. Crack the code. Do some hacking. Mix up monsters. Shuffle together 3 OP monsters to create a boss you can beat. Nice. Pokey Training Chamber. That has a look of... let me just have a look at this one. Okay, it was uploaded an hour ago, or at least. I'm curious about this one. It doesn't seem super related and seems pretty random. That can happen sometimes in jams. What else we got? Alien Replicon. That sounds kind of cool. It's Upmixed by Kaleva. Ooh. This looks cool. This looks interesting. I'm very much excited about that one. Taking From is a game made for GamesPlusJam 22. Woo! I'm like, he's throwing a piece of toast with butter on it. I want some toast. I'm curious what it will be. Some Simon. I wonder, that'll be interesting to see how that mixes up. Shatter Blocks. I'm always down for some breakout style action. Inmost, your games are submitted under the name Dried Apricot. Yes, I haven't. Oh, look, I see it down here. It's got no image. It's a trash platformer. Oh, there's another one. This one has no data. Oh, and there's Action RPG. You unlock all pieces of a star around the map. Foxland. I recognize these assets. That was cool. I wonder if that was based on someone following the tutorials. Push the Bob by Polly Wally. Oh, that's Paul's. If Paul's still there, that's Paul's game. This page, if you want to play any of these games, yes, you can check them all out. This link. Ice Cream Shop Simulator. That sounds fun. I'm looking forward to playing that one. Always try and get your images up though. Images will really help people, not help people, but make people more likely to play your game. If someone is just like browsing through the list of games and then they go and they say, oh, this one, Has no image. I'm not even going to bother open it, is what people think half the time. I'm going to open all of these. But yeah, that's just something to be aware of. It's one of those like first steps to get someone to play your game. I'm suspicious about this one because this person was in the chat area talking about submitting games that they'd already made. But I don't know about this one. This one might get removed. Color Ink, a little competitive game about mixing colors. That looks fun. Timer Mix Shooter by Drew Manfu, who always makes cool things. Simple bullet hell top-down shooter with a twist. Every 10 seconds the game has something mixed into it. Ooh, that sounds fun. Scrimble Scramble. This looks fun. Wow, I'm looking forward to playing so many of these games. Mix it up. The last half the time. Tom Twiddler Games is a good name. Mix Monster. To always get the right mix of music before time runs out. And FPS shooter, another inmost classic. But yeah, there we go. There's a quick little look at the games that are in the list here. Is anybody else submitting at the moment? We're up to 61. There's 2 more. They just keep coming. The hits keep coming. So much to see, so much to do. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? Never know if you don't go. Never something if you something else. Graffy's Crypt. That's so. Here's the new ones. Graffy's Crisps. Crisps. One day you wake from a sarcophagus stuck in your tomb. What secrets does this place hide, and how are you going to leave it? I want to see if there's some screenshots of this, because I am very much a sucker for anything kind of Egyptian-y. If you get some Egyptian vibes going on, I'll be down for that. Hero Survival. No information. No download. Somebody's trying to get their game in and they're running out of time. Lots of fun games. It was also a really fun team to work with. Good, I'm glad. That's the fun thing. I thought it was going to be a fun team, but you never actually know until the time comes. See what people think of it. Louis Kuhn, you love Egyptian stuff? Awesome. One day I'll do... I have this thing always in the back of my mind. I want to work on something that involves like gods of various different ancient pantheons. So like Greek gods and Norse gods and Egyptian gods and whatever weird Celtic gods we have. Endless, you can ask away. I can't promise I'll have all the answers or anything. Inmost. If your game has no images, I don't know about Photoshop and stuff, that's why. Oh, don't worry about that. But in terms of something like that, like at the very worst, I just hit the print screen on my keyboard. Let's open up Paint, Microsoft Paint, and then I just hit Control and V, and there we go. There's the screenshot I just took. That's all you have to do. You don't need Photoshop or anything like that. You can just do that. Then you can crop that image. Can I zoom out? I don't use Paint a lot, but I mean, there's other good like free programs you can use as well. No, crop is what I wanted to do. Get out of here. Why can I not crop? Anyway, you can do whatever you want. You can draw on your image at that point. Try changing it. Oh yeah, no, I'm not pressuring you or anything. You do whatever you want to do. But I'm just telling you, there's lots of ways to get screenshots. Windows plus Shift plus S. Wow, it really does. Look at that. Bing! I copied that portion of the screen, I assume. And then I could go open up Paint again. Paste it in. And look, there we go. You got your image that you just grabbed. Simples. That's the ways to do it. Submitted at 6:50 p.m. before realizing the deadline changed, and now I can't resubmit. You can't resubmit? That's... Once your project is submitted, it's like it's in. There's no... You can still make changes to the project. What was your game, Colin? For the record, I would have made a platformer where pressing space would have two actions and you're able to mix them up. Jumping plus shooting or jumping plus dashing. Oh, we're up to 62. What's been added to the list? Here's a potent potion. Let's see what got added. Little Alchemist. Oh, look at this one. Look at this little cute little thing. I'm very curious about what this one is. Potent potion. I did see that, obviously, because I went through the whole list. Where did I see it? Oh, we'll just read through all... There we go. Potent potions. Yeah, there is a download for it and everything. You have to update it from your dashboard. So if I go to my game page... I just go back to here. My game. If you went here... Like, you should be able to get back to it by doing this. If you go to here and you go to your game page... From here... You can see from here you should be able to edit the game. Stuff like that. Hit the press submit again. No, once you submit it, it's into the thing. And then from there you can just go back and edit it and you can add your screenshots and all that fun stuff. Oh, let me remove this initial upload. I don't need this one here. Get out of here. That was just like a placeholder thing. Post. It's posting on Discord over here. I'm very excited to play. Excuse me. Ooh. Loading. I'm very excited to play all the awesome games everyone made. So just so everyone knows as well, obviously we haven't reached the submission time just yet. We've got half an hour pretty much for everybody to get their late submissions in. But once that 30 minutes is up, then we'll have a week of voting on games. So the idea is you go play as many games as you can play as many games as you can and leave ratings, let people know how well they did, how good they did, how bad they did. Well, not bad, basically how good everyone did. And yeah, give everybody feedback. That's one of the fun things about Game Jams, is getting feedback about what people think, what people liked in your games and what people didn't like. Generally speaking, when you make a game, the bits that people say they don't like, you already know that. Like, because it's a Game Jam game, not everything is going to work well, you know? But that's okay. You submitted your Zudalos, excellent. Mark, it was running slow. Oh no. Oh no. What was your game, Zudalos? Any idea why reloading a level breaks lighting? There is a weird, if you don't have lights set up properly, or maybe you need to bake the lights in a certain way. I can't really remember. Because I've been working without lighting stuff in projects for a little while now. Inmost, get some sleep. Good night. Thank you for hanging out. But yeah, lighting can get broken for weird reasons like that. JT. Action RPG is the game for the jam. Well, if that's the game for the jam, that should be the one you submit. That's all good. Little Alchemist. I'm curious about this one here. Looks like it'll be fun. Most challenging part of making your entry: finishing on time. That's probably one of the most common game jam situations. This is my list of the extra systems that I wanted to do and how it would all work. So I can tell that I'm glad I extended the time, because we're up to 62, despite the fact we were on like 58, I think, weren't we? At the 7 o'clock time. But this is why we add some extra time, to allow those extra people to get in. It's your first go at 3D, so that will be broken. That's fair enough, JT. Have you made a physics game for a jam? No, Akumi, I never have. At least I don't think I have. I mean, let's have a look at my submitted projects, shall we? Or my projects on itch.io, because that's where they all are. Voice rule. No, none of these are. Well, okay, Free to Rollies was kind of physics based. You're like rolling a ball down tracks. Yeah, no. I haven't really done the physics thing too much. It's something I do think about doing. I definitely would like to do that. What is Save ASCII Tower? What was this for? It was for the Crash Jam? Wow. Do you know that I have absolutely no recollection of what this is? Like, literally no idea. I do think this was a thing where, like, I did this in like a super short bit of time for funsies. I definitely have that here on my computer. Let's Crash Jam. Here it is. Let's see what this is. I have no recollection of what this game is. You've made a few, Akumi? They're fun to see how things break. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Bud. Hello. FMG, you made the game We Need a Salad. Oh yeah, that looks really cool. Where is it at? This one. The graphics look really cool just from this screenshot. That's a good page. Look at these graphics. They look really cool. Good use of the Unity terrain system. 500 megabytes. I'll be looking forward to checking that out. But yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. I do want to see what is this game that I made. It was made with Unity. Stop the invading emoji from reaching ASCII Tower. Type emote. Oh yeah, you had to match up the emote. That's the wrong one. Ooh, so you get the shocked face and then the sticky out tongue. So you had to match the emote to what was coming at you. There's no delete. There's no delete functionality. Sad boy. So yeah, I do remember now. This was a fairly like simple kind of thing. Pablo, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Oh no, the emojis are going to reach ASCII Tower. Dun dun dun. Game over. Yeah, so that was a fairly simple little one. I think that it was a challenge to make like an ASCII art kind of game. But yeah, fun and random. It's just funny. It was like, it's funny you can make so many games that you don't even remember some of them. Add some screenshots, Mark. Sweet. So I do want to say, I'm going to stream for a little bit longer here, probably until the end of submission time. I just want to say thanks everybody for hanging out for the couple of streams we did here over the weekend. It was fun. Like, I enjoy this kind of relaxing and chatting thing, especially yesterday when we were working on the game and having some chats while working on the game. It's always fun doing that. It's a good way to work have a bit of a distraction along the way as well. We actually got a good bit done on the stream yesterday, which was I wasn't expecting. I had like a list of things. Oh, this would be nice to get these things done, but I expect not to get them done, and I got them all done. Akumi, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for submitting. I'm very much looking forward to playing your game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Check these things out. So it looks like our submissions are slowing down here. You haven't got... Oh, there's someone on Discord who literally just said that they're uploading their game now. I was about to say, I wonder is anyone else going to upload? No. So outside of the Blind Needle, hello. Outside of the Game Jam, what's everybody been working on for the last while? What cool games are people working on? I love to see what people are doing. And your wife and baby not disturb you for 2 days. Mark, thank you for taking part in them. I enjoy seeing what people make. That's one of the most fun things about doing all these like tutorials and things like that, is then people come back to me a while later and saying, look, thank you for making a tutorial, it helped me make this thing. And then there'll be some awesome cool thing that I didn't expect at all. I'm going to make a Monster Hunter story / Pokemon hybrid. Oh, that could be interesting. That could be pretty cool indeed. But you're working on a language learning app. Oh. Languages are always one of those things like, it'd be good to know more languages. But then I never I never learned some. I tried to learn some Japanese at one point. And that didn't go well, because I don't remember any of it now. JT, you're getting your build ready? Sweet. I know this screen is very interesting as well, isn't it? Wow. Okay, so we're up to 63. What's the new submission? We go by... Not popular. Mission order. This game has everything. That already sounds good. It will change your life. This game will test what you think you know about yourself. This game will, maybe, fund your college degree. What won't this game do? You do not want to miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We can guarantee you won't be the same person after finishing it. But it might take some time to load. I love these reviews. This is great. This is cool. Oh, you've been trying to make games for your nieces? Sweet. Trying is keyword. I remember I made a small app for my nephew at one point. It was basically just an endless runner game with his face in it. It was fun to do. Obviously not something that I like released anywhere. It was literally just for him. For this game, I've been messing around creating a line manager with meshes in Unity. Line manager? What do you mean by that now, Rainus? What do you do for art in your games? I've only really ever been good with software and assets like Uniforge. For art, well, for this jam, for example, I used assets from Quaternius. But most of the things that when I'm working, I just draw in Photoshop or pixel art software. Fiddle around with Blender just to make things look like something. But obviously for things like for courses, I'll often use some assets, mostly by either our good friend Quaternius or Kenny, who both make great assets in general. So there'll be a lot of that stuff. Quaternius is the person I was mentioning. There's a link. There's Quaternius, or I need to write this one down. Kenny.nl. That is also another good place to get assets. All cool stuff. But yeah, otherwise, like, just fiddle around with Blender. Honestly, learning the basics of Blender is a really good thing to do, because when you want to do something really basic, like for example, when I threw together swords that we needed for the game here, I just did that really quickly in Blender because it didn't need to be complicated. I could have gone here to this Ultimate RPG pack and grabbed one of these swords, and they would have been of higher quality, obviously. But that's okay. Let's see if I can survive a bit longer the game here. Get you out of here. Open up you. Open this up and I'll build it again. Do. Gonna survive. Definitely not gonna die. Bo-do-do-do. Begin. Sword. So what I don't know handy thing about the sword at the very start as well is it always points to the nearest enemy, so you can kind of like use that to know where the first enemy is going to come from. Oh, I was hoping to get through them without taking any damage. Okay, now we're starting to get a bit more hectic now. Start trying to lead them around a little bit. Using free stuff and learning how to retexture. Yep, that definitely works. So that's what I did with all these animals here. They've all been retextured because the textures that were in it didn't really suit a kind of cartoony style game. Let's see if I can make it past level 5 this time. I don't think so because I keep walking into these enemies. I keep doing it. And I'm only on level 2. Oh, level up. Okay, let's go over here. Boop. So after making this though, part of me does want to actually go and play Vampire Survivors now, because that was an inspiration for this game, but I've never actually played that game. Oh, run through the middle. Oh, they didn't get me. They didn't get me. Oh, line manager as in like voice lines. I get you. That makes sense. Oop. Give me that gem. Oop. See now we're at the point where they start taking multiple hits to die. Oh, look at that. Got a load of them. Come here, give me your gems. Ow, ow. I got hit. Okay, I'm up to level 5. That's good. Now, we just need to survive a little bit longer. Oh. Here we go, come on. Give me those gems. Ugh. Get out of the way, baby Cthulhu. Oh, come on. Look, I'm so close to level 6. Will I make it? Yes, I got my level 6. Everything seems so daunting at first. It can, but like honestly, once you start learning the basics of like putting little models together and things like that, it's really not very complicated. Sure, if you want to do something fantastic and amazing, like something in like a AAA video game, do you know what I mean? That's going to take a lot of time and practice, like, to get good. But in terms of like making an indie game, sometimes like going with a very kind of stylized art style can work much better. Like there's no to make a big massive AAA game, they really do have to be going for the like realism look, you know what I mean? Because that's what that's what the average person wants. But the people who are like interested in indie games, they don't really care about that too much. You, as an indie game developer, you can be like, oh yeah, I can just make cool games. I can choose a cool style. I can do this kind of cartoony style like I have here, you know, and nobody will really like bat an eye at that. That'll just be a perfectly reasonable thing to do. I'm amazed at how well I'm doing here. This is like the best I've ever done at the game in the kind of final state that is, although I can only take one more hit now. So much for my being cocky. No. Stay away from me. I don't need you chasing me. Blah. 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 I have to time it so that the sword comes out like just when they're like right behind. Oh, that, you got me. That. And then they all just immediately jump on me. Untitled Goose Game? Yeah. Also Chaos Machines, yeah. But that has a cool style. A cool, unique style. And it did very well because of its style. But the kind of silly goose nature is what allowed it to catch on in a bit of more of a mainstream way. Versus I think the appeal of that was still not the like quote-unquote typical like AAA gamer. Do you know what I mean? Like the person who's going to go play Call of Duty or Uncharted or something like that. Well, I don't play Call of Duty. I play I've played all the Uncharteds and I enjoy them. But if you only play games like you know, Uncharted, those big kind of Gears of War, all that kind of stuff, then diving into those kind of cartoony things is sometimes requires an extra step they aren't always willing to go for. But it's interesting. It's just one of those things. But I think when you're making indie games, it's 100% a definite great way to go. Because it can work out really well, as you saw with Untitled Goose Game. You see with lots of other cool games. There's a game that's like set in space and has kind of a comic book kind of style. And you're like, you're going onto these like ships and it's randomly generated. And it has a name that I don't remember. It doesn't matter anyway. That has a kind of comic book style. That game did fantastically well. It did really good, despite the fact that it was a very unique style. Oh, we're up to 67 games. Wow. Apparently everyone is taking advantage of the extra hour and now submitting lots of games. Let's check what new ones have been added to the list, shall we? Make a game where a kitty wreaks havoc on a local carnival. That sounds great. That would be awesome. There's a like futuristic cyber kitty game. Cyber kitty game. Let's see if this turns out the one I'm thinking of. No, not crypto kitties. Cyber. Okay, let's try this again. Future. Oh, I remember what it is. It's Stray. This game looks cool. You play as this little cat in the future. It's got a little machine on its back. I'm looking forward to that game. That game looks like a fun game. But let's take a look at these games that have been submitted. Yeah, Stray, Endless Bias, you got it. Break Route. Oh, I like it. It's like Breakout, but it's Break Route. Oh no, it's incomplete. Oh, that is sad. What else have we got? Hamster Harvest. Collect the good fruit and avoid the bad ones. I like how it says casual game title. Business Brawl. No data about this game. Brainoid. Where's your data? Good old Brainoid. Who is an awesome guy in general here on Twitch. Well, I assume he's awesome in other places too, but I know him from Twitch. Luan Santos with Mix. Make a system where the player will be a painter painting his picture with abstract shapes. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Any more screenshots? No. Each defeated enemy, a new color would appear. Ooh, that sounds really intriguing. Very intriguing. Endless. I have a carnival that is super close to the firehouse, so I thought that combined with a parade would make it a fun game. It's short, fun, and achievable. Yeah, definitely Endless. That sounds cool. As a basis. And of course, with games in general, it's all about the execution of it. Ideas are cool, but then the execution is the thing that's cooler. So we got 10 minutes left to go. Just over 10 minutes. And then the game jam will be officially finished. And then it's time to start rating games, everybody. Are you excited to play these games and go, ooh, I'm going to win? It's going to be very interesting, I think. Based off the cover images alone, there's nothing. There's some cool looking games I'm really intrigued to try out, but there's nothing that makes me immediately go, that's going to be the winner. And that's exactly what I want, because there's what I mean by that is there's loads of games that I've seen that could be potentially voted best by the community, and that's what I like to see. Definitely not going to win. A game jam is absolutely 100% not about winning. That's why there's no prizes or anything like that for the game jam, and that's why I do a video highlighting some of my favorite games, but they're not the best games necessarily. They're my favorite games. They're just the games that I enjoyed, because everyone has their own subjective experience of what they'll enjoy in these things. Lacko, I feel like my jam entry could be improved. Lacko, that's just literally the result of every game jam. I always get to the end of a game jam and it's like, oh, if only I had another 6 months, this game could be so much better. Oh, that is a weird one to fix, Paul. That's one of the fun things about working on games. Sometimes you just get weird bugs that have weird fixes. Submitting a game equals winning. Exactly, Denitus. That is the only thing that matters in a game jam. When you submit a game, that means you're a winner. Because getting a game made in 48 hours is an achievement in itself. That's what's cool. That's what's cool about game jams, especially if you haven't released many games or if you haven't participated in game jams before. When you get to the end of it, you have something that is awesome and done. Like, the process of putting something out into the world is a really important part of game development. Like you can't make a game for 2 years and then, well, you can obviously, but it's not a good idea to make a game for 2 years and it be the first thing you ever put out, because that process of putting something out there, there's a whole lot of steps to learn in that process by itself, and you don't want that to be something that you go through when it's your big massive project that you're hoping will like change your life. You know, and then you submit it and then you turn out, oh, I typed the name of the game wrong, oh, I didn't hit the set public thing, and my game that was supposed to be out for like 6 hours has not been out at all. These are all things that you learn when you do a little game jam game, and then return. When you submit a game to Ludum Dare and then you return the next day and you're like, oh, nobody could play my game because I didn't actually make the files public. You know, not that anything like that has ever happened to me. Yes, it has. Sukun, my game would be better if one of my friends hadn't wanted to hang out all day yesterday. Damned friendships. Pablo, yes, what matters is the joy and crash you all that submitted something indeed. Leo Bala, you finally submitted? Sweet. That means we're up to 68. Woohoo. Let's refresh the page here and see what's the new game. It was fun going through all the games. Hot Dogs and Zombies. I love it. It's such a simple name, but I love it. Welcome to the apocalypse. You're joining over a hot dog stand, and you need... I wish you could like see the full preview there. You want to have a hot dog stand, you need to sell your hot dogs to your hungry customers to get money to buy yourself magazines for your pistol. You need your pistol to fend off zombies. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense then. Attacking your wall. If your wall breaks, you lose. You need to cook your hot dogs in the furnace and lay them in the bread before selling them to your customers, because you don't make a profit. That sounds fun. Rainus, you're worried? It's okay. As long as you get something submitted. If your game is like not quite working, you can do bug fixes. Just don't do any like big overhauls of your game. Krista, I'm sorry if you don't get your game done in time. It's never fun, but it's not a fail. It's an experience. It absolutely is an experience. That sounded like I was being like not genuine there, but 100%. Like not getting a game complete in a game jam is a big learning experience, because it teaches you that you need to plan smaller with your games, or at least plan around having a basic version that you can expand on by the time the end of the jam comes. So there's a principle called the minimum viable... Let me start that sentence again. Minimum viable product, which is you get the most basic version of your game working, and then you build on it from there. So build all the mechanics of your game without any art, you know, get those ideas all in place, and then start adding the art, and then start adding the system that will make the base part of your game work even better, and then start adding more content and adding more other stuff. But starting out with the like base element thing is kind of a good way to go. And like, not that I always follow that rule, you know, it doesn't always hold out, but it's a good thing to have in your head at least, and to be aware of when you're working on a jam. JT, you submitted your game. Space Pit Escape. Let's refresh the page. We're up to 70 entries now. Go back to submission order. I wish it would just keep with the order you selected. Anyway, Space Pit Escape minigame and Witch It Up as well. Both of these I didn't see yet. Stop it. Space Pit Escape. I like what I'm seeing here. Reach the top to win as fast as you can. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, yeah, okay. That kind of looks fun. Graphical bug on ultra wide screens. Wow. I'm surprised you would even know about it. Supporting ultra wide screens is something that most fully published games on Steam don't do. So if your Game Jam game doesn't support ultra wide screens, that is not something to worry about, definitely. But congrats on submitting. And in Witch It Up, what's this one? Oh, we don't have a description, but it looks interesting. I see some cauldrons. I see a frog on fire and a frog with some kind of magical effects. I'm curious. So again, I'm glad I did an extra hour on the jam, because we've had 10 or 11 or 12 and 12 entries in the last hour. And normally I'm dealing with people messaging me saying, oh no, I didn't get my game submitted on time, can you add me in? And I can add them into the list when time ends. But we're not doing this, we're not doing that now, because again, jam is ending in 2 minutes, and if you don't have your game project page submitted, then it won't get into the jam. Even if you haven't finished uploading your game, you can still submit the project page in here, as long as it's made public. I think you need to make it public so you can add it in here, and then you're able to what's the word? You're able to submit it to the project and you're included. And at that point, you can still finish uploading your files then, and you can always edit your game page after that as well. But that's the way to do it. Do you only have one jam a year, or will you do others later? No, for the last couple of years anyway, I've only been doing one jam a year. 1 year I did 2 jams. I did one in the summer, but I haven't been able to do that the last couple of summers, and I definitely won't be able to do it this summer either. So it'll probably be next year that the next jam will be. That's okay, that means you have plenty of time to practice. Like I said earlier, there's lots of other cool jams coming up. Ludum Dare is coming up in a few weeks or a month or something like that. And then Game Maker's Toolkit Jam, which is the biggest game jam going these days, is June or July, one of those things. And there's always other cool game jams going on. If you check out the jams page on itch.io, if I just go to the home page and then go to jams, you can always see what cool jams are coming up. Like, look, there's the Game Off is coming up. Oh, okay, that's in 7 months, so not quite coming up. But the Black and White Jam, number 8, is starting in 18 days, and there's already over 1,000 people joined for that. There'll be loads of people who could potentially play your games if you submitted one for that. Lots of other cool ones. You can see the big massive list of all all the jams that are coming up. So many jams, so little time. 30 seconds remaining. 1 second for me. Missions are due in -2 seconds. Now, I hope everybody got submitted on time. Let's refresh the page. How many we got? We got 72. 2 more snuck in there at the end. Shane, hopefully we can hear some music in your game. Excellent. Lucan, you want to do the visual novel one? That would be cool. I've never tried a visual novel game. Your second jam, Shane, and first 48-hour jam? I guess that was meant to be. Yeah, there we go. You said 48. Argus, builder/doc Argus, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. 20th anniversary Ludum Dare. It's the first weekend of April, is it? Okay, I didn't know when it was. Yeah, 20th anniversary / Ludum Dare 50. That probably will be a big one, I will say. How are you doing? Yeah, you said you're doing well. Good to see you. It is good to see you. There we go. The jam has ended. We're now in the voting phase. That means on any of the submissions, if I go to, for example, let's pick this one here. You now have ratings. You have overall rating, visuals, audio, originality, and gameplay. So gameplay is kind of a way of saying fun. I didn't necessarily want to do fun, but is the gameplay interesting in the game? And yeah, vote on games, play games, go vote, and decide what games you really like and what cool things are happening here. It's been awesome doing this stream and seeing everybody and seeing what's going on. This is the first live stream you caught, Shane? Sweet. My live streams are so infrequent. They're only really for special events like this at the moment. Perhaps one day we'll get back to semi-regular live streams at some point, but you know, life and time. There's never enough time in the day, is there? But this has been awesome. It's been so cool hanging out with everybody. Now that the jam is officially over, we're going to wrap up the stream, I think. And I need to go fix a couple of things, and I think I want to make sure there might be some people messaging at this point saying, help, 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 I need my game to be in the jam. Look, see, 5 ratings already. People are starting to rate games. But yeah, it's been awesome. This game jam has been awesome. I cannot wait to play all these games. It's going to be so much fun seeing all these cool things that everybody has chosen to make. Before we move on, let's just check what were those last 2 submission order. Last 2 Side Grade by GG Studios. Using a grapple. Ooh, grappling is always fun. And Space Phasen. That's a good name. Space Phasen. Yeah, well, there you go. As I said, I'm going to wrap up the stream. Paul, thank you for hanging out. Stewie Kuhn, thanks everybody for being here. I'll let you all know if I'm going to do any more live streams, of course. Join us on the GamesPlusJam Discord if you're not a member there already. That's where all the cool people come and hang out and be cool and be awesome and amazing. GBJ Discord, there's the link. Join us. Everybody will be talking about their games and all the cool things on the way. Over there. Huh, why didn't that get sent to Twitch? Weird. I guess I'll just do it manually. There we go. Yeah, cool. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will see you all very soon. Keep being awesome. Keep being amazing. Keep being fantastic and wonderful. See you all very soon.